What's up guys? So today I'm going to be doing a review slash discussion on the latest chapter of Bleach 570. I actually fairly like this chapter. In fact, I really like the ending. Um, the beginning regarding Rukia and her new sort of Bankai. Honestly, I thought the Bankai looked really cool. It's really neat. It's like she turned into like this lunar princess. But obviously, it's very dangerous. Her Bankai, as explained, is one where if you screw up slightly, you can die. So it's one of those precision Bankais, but if you get it right, you do wonders. And her brother is always being so condescending to her, even now. Sure, she's complimenting her and stuff, but still looking down on her. Obviously, his Bankai, based on how he describes Rukia's, is stronger and probably doesn't require that finesse, so he doesn't die if he screws up. I don't know, but in my opinion, it looks like he's still looking down on Rukia. Not the biggest deal in the world. And now the ending of this chapter is pretty much another Quincy that they're facing. However, this Quincy or Stern Ritter is sort of like another freak show. This guy is he plays the theme of Halloween-esque, scary horror movie sort of villain, and he pops up right behind that person with his arms wrapped around her, and his one of his eyes just like pointed off in the wrong direction, and all this weird stuff, and he says peekaboo. You get the general gist of what this character is going to be like. I thought this character was pretty good, but honestly, I think more so, like, what I liked the most about this chapter was Vice Captain Kusajishi. Vice Captain Kusajishi. Why? Because we get to see a new face of her, a new side of her, or actually not really a new side, but more about her. And she is this sort of like, we've always seen her as this little tiny character who's always on Kenpachi's back, and she's sort of like a mascot. But like, we slowly get more depth about her. We find out that she's good friends with Kenpachi, and she's actually fairly strong. And she also is, when they first met, it was a very strange situation because Kenpachi was slaughtering people left and right, and she was just this baby who didn't care, wasn't scared about the blade. And so here we have her playing a role that I love, not just in manga but in life. I think it's just a very smart alecky sort of role, and we see it throughout many different facets of media, from TV to movies to manga. And another example is Doctor Who, especially when David Tennant played Doctor Who, and that's this whole vibe of this very smart person putting on this show of being a naive simpleton. And I just think that's brilliant. And I don't think that's like intellectual, but I really do think that she is putting off this sort of simpleton sort of thing. And maybe 80% of it is genuine, but I do think that some of it is faked. Why do we know this? Because she all of a sudden goes, "You're it," like she's playing tag, and punches that guy straight in the face. Maybe she's just playing. Maybe she's not playing that part. Maybe she's just like that, and that's her way of attacking. But I just think it's really cool because not only that, she's also playing this role of, hey, nothing in this world is so horrendous. She takes the whole world like it's nothing's that bad. She doesn't take the world so seriously. So when this horrendous Stern Ritter Quincy pops up behind him, she's just like, "You're it," punches that person in the face. Then she gets clobbered by the Quincy once he goes invisible or whatever. But she doesn't take it too hard. I don't think she's that strong, honestly. I still would rather want to see what's going on with Kenpachi Zaraki. I could care less about another Quincy Shinigami showdown with the Quincy dying or being defeated. But that therein ends a chapter with this guy called Vanishing Point Gwenhao. My very essence vanishes right before your eyes and slips right out of your mind. So he represents the letter V, and obviously he's probably some sort of invisible character. As far as the mind thing, I guess that means he can make you forget that he existed. That may pose a problem, but as we've seen, Shinigami have beaten greater threats so far. I mean, remember Zaraki, and when he was versus the blind guy who turned out to be a traitor. Remember when he faced that guy's Bankai? Pretty much everything was inverted, and he couldn't, like, all his senses were disoriented and inverted right side up and everything, and like it didn't affect him. Or was that a different Shinigami? But there was another one where it caused him to go blind. It caused him to lose all his senses, touch, feel, taste, whatever. And so in order for him to like fight back, he let the person stab him, and then he just lashed out, which was ingenious. So I really like Kenpachi Zaraki for the millionth time. I could care less about Ichigo right now. I really do think, and I hope he gets some sort of Bankai that outclasses anyone, including Ichigo. But we may not see that because everyone wants Ichigo to be the penultimate combination of Quincy, Hollow, and Shinigami, and to be the ultimate #1 character in the series. But we'll see what happens. We've seen it done before in a few manga series where the main character turns out not to be the strongest, or not even close to the strongest in the series. Let me know what you guys think, because on the other side we do have a lot of manga that do end with the main character being the strongest. I'm not naming names. Anyhow, as always, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. It's completely free, and I'll see you in my next video.